Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
He gets it up near the 30, and he'll be taken down there. It'll be first down and 10 for Glasgow. Looks like they're going to spot it, let's say, at about the 31-yard line.
Travis Mitchell on that stop, number 25, 5'10", 175-pound senior.
Scotty quarterback Wes Smith calling out the play in the Scotty huddle. As we have twin receivers, Davenport and Abner split wide to the left side. Stockton in the slot on the right side. Smith under center, hands it off to Tristan Huffman off right guard, and not much there for Tristan. They're going to stop him, it looks like, for no gain as he just about made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Patrick Young on that stop, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Not hardly the start that he had it last week against Ballard Memorial as he took it the distance.
Took it 56 yards on the first play from scrimmage against the Bombers.
That was a different kind of play. That was an off-tackle play, and last week it was a straight pitch out right around the corner that he broke all the way.
Jordan Rice and Eric Abner split wide to the right side. Davenport wide to the left. Wes Smith drops, wants to throw, gets it up into the air, through the hands of Jordan Rice, into the hands of a Barron County defender, and the Trojans have the first turnover of the football game, as that is Tevy Gooden, the strong safety for Barron County, a 5'10", 175-pound senior who picked that pass off. And it'll be first down and 10 for Barron County. They're going to have great field position on their first possession of this football game. They'll have it first and 10 at the Scotty 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was a tip pass. It was right in the receiver's hands, maybe just a little high, and but he went right off his fingertips, and Gooden right there for the interception.
Buchanan lines up under center. He'll send Kellen Smith in motion to the right side. Wants to throw, pulls it down, now he'll run with it. He'll make it up to about the 35, and that's where he's going to be dropped. A host of Scotties there to make the play. It'll be a pickup of a couple of yards, I believe, down to the 35-yard line, but it'll be second down and 8.
There was so many of them, I didn't get the tackle on that one. But the big pile just right in the middle, though.
11:01 left in this opening quarter of play. Scoreless here, and we have a... Do we have a flag? We do have a flag, Larry. I didn't even see it. It was sitting right here in front of the Scotty sideline, so we kind of blocked our view. But
evidently offsides, again, illegal procedure against Barron County. You know, I wonder why they didn't blow it dead if that was the case.
Now that's going to back them up 5 yards, back to the 42-yard line. So it'll bring up first down and 15 now as we'll replay the down. Luke Leonard, Kellen Smith split wide to the right side. Ken Wood going to get the pitch around the right corner. Tried to turn the corner, but he will not be able to, as somebody got over there for the Scotties.
That's Tristan Huffman, number 32.
And Tristan did a good job that time, Larry, cutting off that corner, not allowing Ken Wood to turn it.
He did. He got good help on the outside there. Number 7, that's Kent Blackburn, moved the play outside, and then Tristan filled in on the in the hole there to make the tackle as he came up from his linebacker spot.
Kellen Smith going to split wide to the left side this time. Luke Leonard goes wide to the right. Nick Miller and Ken Wood split in the backfield. Buchanan drops, wants to throw. Now he'll run with it. And ball on the ground, but it's going to be recovered by the Trojans. Chad Mitchell recovered the fumble of Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, good hit in there. I couldn't see who made the initial hit, but it looked like Will Rutledge over on the left side from his linebacker position knocked the ball loose. But Berrien County got back on top of it, and I think that was number 50, Chad Mitchell, that got back on the ball.
Will Rutledge made a nice defensive play last week, Larry, to knock a pass down that could have been a big gainer.
He did. I think that was maybe one of the biggest plays of the ball game.
Kellen Smith wide to the right, Luke Leonard wide to the left. And fullback going to get the carry. That's Nick Miller, and he's got a hole and gets up across the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. Still not enough for the first down. It was 3rd and 18. So that's going to bring up 4th down for Berrien County.
Will Rutledge on that tackle from his linebacker. 6'2", 188. He's a sophomore.
So 4th and 8 for the Trojans. 9:16 remaining in the first quarter, and they will go for it. They send a receiver wide to each side. Miller and Wood in the I formation in the backfield. Buchanan fakes the pitch, rolls out to the right, wants to throw, getting pressure, throws it away, and there's nobody there. And the Scotties will take over on downs, and that time, Larry, you can credit the defensive front of the Scotties for getting some pressure on Buchanan.
Well, it was really the linebackers and the defensive end, Kent Blackburn and Will Rutledge, made the pressure on Berrien County right there to make him hurry the throw. He was looking for Kellen Smith long going down the sideline against Jimmy Davenport.
So the Scotties turn it over on their first possession, but the defense holds. And Glasgow gets it right back. 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 9:03 remaining in the opening quarter of play here at Hank Roy Stadium in Glasgow. 2 receivers wide to the right side. Ian Miller in the slot on the right side. Smith turns, hands it off to Tristan Huffman. Gets through the first wave of Berrien County tacklers and makes it up to about the 40-yard line where he'll be taken down there. Pickup of about 5 yards on that carry for Tristan. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Patrick Young again on the tackle. That's his 2nd of the night.
8:37 remaining in this first quarter of play. We are scoreless. Jimmy Davenport comes wide to the right side. Stockton going to line up in the slot on the right side. Richard Hunter and Tristan Huffman in the backfield. Huffman gets it, then hands it off to Cord Stockton on a reverse. 45-40, 35, still on his feet across the 30. Down to about the 28-yard line goes Cord Stockton. And Larry, is that the same play we saw called back on the big penalty last week?
Exactly right. They called Ian Miller for holding last week on that play. Cord Stockton went about 65 yards for a touchdown. That time no holding, but he didn't go all the way as Ken Wood finally made the tackle down on the sideline, but a big gainer for the Scotties. A
big gainer it is. A 32-yard gain for Cord Stockton on that reverse around left end. Now this time Jordan Rice and Eric Abner are going to split wide to the right side. Tristan Huffman alone in the backfield, Wes Smith pitches it off to Tristan. Off the left tackle, still on his feet across the 25 down inside the 20 and near the 15-yard line. Should be enough for another Scotty first down.
I believe it is. That was they kind of faked the pitch out to the right and then handed back underneath to Tristan Huffman off left tackle, and he found the hole really well and got some good yardage on his own.
Tristan's run the ball 3 times for 19 yards already, so a good start for him, Larry.
Yes, it is. Ken Wood made his 2nd tackle in a row there.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Berrien County for the Scotties. 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Tristan Huffman will get the carry across the 15, down inside the 10-yard line and near the 5, and close to another Scotty first down. It will not be, though, a pickup, I believe, of 9 yards on that carry, says Bruce. So 2nd down and 1 coming up for Glasgow from the Berrien County 6-yard line.
Well, Patrick Young made his 3rd tackle already. He and Ken Wood have 5 tackles between them, and they play in the defensive secondary. So that's what we like to see. As long as they're making the tackles, Glasgow's gaining yardage.
7 minutes even left in this opening quarter of play. No score yet, but the Scotties threatening. They have it 2nd and 1 at the Trojan 6-yard line. Jordan Rice and Eric Abner split wide to the right. Huffman alone in the backfield again. He'll get the carry off left tackle, and he will walk into the Scotty end zone. Touchdown, Glasgow. So the Scotties get on the board 6-0 with 6:43 remaining in this first quarter of play.
Well, that was just a simple handoff. It was meant to go off tackle again, and he just bounced it outside. And when he saw the pylon in the left corner of the end zone, he just raced right straight forward and stepped in right before Barron County could get to him.
And now Ryan Simpson is in to attempt the Scotty extra point. Wes Smith, the holder. Jimmy Davenport, the snapper. Ben Dennison running onto the field late for Glasgow. And now they're going to be forced to call a timeout as there is some confusion over here on the Glasgow sideline. And the Scotties forced to call a timeout before they attempt this extra point. So we'll take it with them. 6:43 remaining. Scotties in front. 6-0. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Lines for safety's sake. This has been a message from Farmers Rural Electric Cooperative. Locally owned, quality.
Hank Roy Stadium. The extra point by Ryan Simpson is good, and the Scotties lead it 7-0. 6:43 remaining in the first quarter of play. That's a 5-play drive. It goes 65 yards, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and is capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run by Tristan Huffman. Larry, good start for the Scotties.
All of it on the ground, I think. You know, the big reverse was the big play of the game, big play of the drive that got them deep into Barron County territory, and then just give it to Tristan Huffman the rest of the way and let him handle it. You know, Tristan looks like he's going to have another big night if he keeps up like that.
Tristan already with 5 rushes, for 34 yards. So averaging almost 7 yards per carry.
I said he wouldn't get 200 tonight, but I hope I'm wrong.
Ryan Simpson tees it up for the Scotties now. Back deep for Barron County, Luke Leonard and Kellen Smith. Here's a high end-over-end kick going to be taken by Smith at the 10-yard line, up across the 20, 25, up near the 30, and about the 32, 33-yard lines where he's going to be taken down. As I believe that was Eric Abner and Richard Hunter in there on the tackle.
Yeah, but Ryan Simpson got a piece of him to start with. He was the old kicker. He slowed him up and got the first initial hit.
26 yards on the return for Kellen Smith, right up the gut. And it's 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 32. Backs in the I formation, one-man split wide to the left. That's Kellen Smith. Miller gets the carry, the fullback, across the 35 to about the 36. And that's going to be about all for Nick Miller.
So far, the fullback has been their best offensive weapon. He had a big gainer of maybe 12, 13 yards there at one time in the first drive that they had, and then a pretty good gain of about 3 or 4 yards there.
Smith and Luke Leonard both going to split out wide to the left side this time. Miller and Wood in the I formation in the backfield behind Buchanan. Buchanan turns, hands it off to Wood, straight up the gut. Not a whole lot there for Ken, but he makes something out of nothing and picks up about 2 or 3 yards up to about the 40-yard line.
Looked like Ben Dennison in on the tackle, 6'1", 235, a junior. And, last week we didn't have a whole lot of linemen getting a lot of tackles. I think maybe 4 or 5. But, you got to start it up front. And we're a little bit undersized, but, they played pretty well last week.
Make it a gain of 4 that time for Ken Wood, as he got a little bit more than I thought. 3rd down and 3 for Barron County at their own 40-yard line. Wood going to get the carry this time off left end. He's got a little bit of room to run, and he'll get it up near the 45-yard line, and that'll be enough for the Barron County first down. Court Stockton there on the tackle for Glasgow. Will Rutledge also in the area, Larry.
Yeah, Will Rutledge and Ben Dennison, all 3 right there on top of him. But that time Wood was supposed to go off tackle, and like Tristan Huffman did on his touchdown run, he just kind of bounced it outside and found enough room for the first down.
Pick up a 5 on that carry for Ken Wood. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 45. 5:12 left in the first quarter. Scotty's lead at 7-0. Here's a big hole for Nick Miller. He takes it into Glasgow territory, and he'll be taken down inside the 40-yard line, making about the 39. More than enough for the Trojan first down, as he picks up about 16 yards on that carry. Straight up the gut, and Larry, that's the play that's hurting the Scotties right now.
Exactly right. Right straight up the middle. That's a second really big run that he's gotten, and Wes Smith had to come over from his defensive end position to make that tackle.
Smith and Leonard wide to the right. They give the handoff to the fullback Miller once again. He takes it down inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Again, a pickup of close to 5 yards on that carry.
Maurice Mitchell came in for his first action of the night, made the tackle.
And he goes right back out.
That was a little counter play that time. They kind of faked the pitch to the right and handed back underneath to Miller. Good play, and they got some good yardage out of it.
One receiver wide to either side. Miller and Wood in the I formation. Wood gets the carry, and he'll be taken down. Tristan Huffman over there on the right side. Not much that time for Ken Wood. A pickup maybe of about a yard to the 33-yard line, and that's what they'll give him. That'll make it 3rd and 4, Larry. Excuse me.
Wood is one of those little guys that you don't really just have to put a shoulder into and hit him. If you can grab a hold of him and sling him down, that's a whole lot better, because you don't have to waste your body on him.
Woods carried 4 times for 9 yards. Miller, however, the fullback, 4 times for 36 yards, and Miller gets his number called again, and another gainer, and he's near the first down marker as he crosses the 30-yard line down to about the 29, and that's going to be very close to the first down. So close, as a matter of fact, the officials are going to have to call timeout to measure.
Looked like Wes Smith again on the tackle, but not after Miller got some very good yardage. Now, this is what they were doing to Allen County last week, except they were using Brad Davidson as the running back, and they just controlled the football and didn't let them get back on the field.
And it is a first down for Barron County. Well, the Scotties lead at 7-0 with 3:33 remaining in the first quarter. But Barron County threatening now as they have it first down and 10 at the Glasgow 29-yard line.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to stop that run up the middle. You got to stop the fullback first.
Smith and Leonard split wide to the left side. Miller and Wood in the I formation behind Buchanan. Buchanan turns, quick hitter to Nick Miller, and that time the Scotties wrap him up pretty quickly. Miller able to fall forward, however, for a gain of a couple of yards on the play, but that's the best we've seen the Scotties defense that play so far.
That's right. Matthew Napier in there for the Scotties on the tackle, 5'8", 259, a junior. He held his ground that time and just blocked everything up and made the tackle.
It is a pickup of 2 yards down to the 27-yard line, so it's 2nd and 8 for the Trojans from the Glasgow 27. 2 receivers wide to the left. The back split in the backfield. Buchanan turns, hands it off to Miller, and this time he's hit initially, but able to drag a Glasgow tackler for a couple extra yards, and he gets it down inside the 25 near the 23-yard line. Will still be shy of the first down. They'll still need about 4 more yards, but 3rd and 4 coming up for the Trojans at the Glasgow 23.
They're just grinding it out behind that big offensive line. That time Tristan Huffman came up and made the stop, but not after he got 2 or 3 yards.
Luke Leonard wide to the left side. Smith wide to the right side. I formation in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Ken Wood off left tackle. And not a lot there for Ken this time, but he stays on his feet. And second effort, Larry, may have gotten him the first down.
Exactly. Wes Smith had him. We got a flag on the play. Wes Smith had him in the backfield for no gain and just couldn't hang on to it.
Wes Smith, I'm sorry, Larry.
He says it's holding against the Trojans. We'll see.
We'll get the official signal from referee Phil Moore, and it is holding against the Trojans. So that'll back Barron County up 10 yards and nullify that first down.
Well, that's one thing that you don't want to see is those missed tackles. You know, Wes Smith had him dead to rights. You know, Wood is pretty quick and elusive, but when you get a hold of him, like I say, grab a hold of that arm, grab a hold of that jersey, and he's not very heavy, so you can sling him back, and you don't have to really wrap him up, but you have to get a hold of him.
It's gonna mark the football now at the 32-yard line, but it's gonna be 3rd and 12. 2 penalties so far on Barron County for 15 yards. A minute 53 remaining in this first quarter of play. Scotties lead it 7-0 over the Trojans. 3rd down and 12 for Barron County at the Scotty 32-yard line. They send 2 receivers wide to the right side. Miller and Wood in the odd formation in the backfield. Buchanan takes the snap, hands it off to Miller. He's hit quickly right up the gut. And who is it? It's Maurice Mitchell.
That's Maurice. Yeah, we need Maurice in the football game. Maurice is a pretty good tackler. Plays that middle linebacker position. He's a 6'3", 232-pound junior. Strained some ligaments in his fingers or something, I think, and didn't clear him to play till Thursday. But he's tough nut right in there in that middle linebacking spot.
He delivered a stick that time to Nick Miller, and Miller actually lost a yard on that carry back to the 33-yard line. 4th down this time, and 13 yards to go from the Glasgow 33, but the Trojans once again will go for it on 4th and long. 2 receivers wide to the right side. Buchanan drops, wants to throw. Getting some pressure, hit as he throws the football, tosses it up into the air, and it'll be incomplete. Cord Stockton there with some nice defense on the intended receiver, Luke Leonard, but again, the Scotties able to get some pressure on Buchanan.
Yeah, Mitchell that time from middle linebacker right straight up the middle and right after quarterback. He couldn't get to him, but he made him hurry the throw, and Cord Stockton knocked it down at the end.
Was not the prettiest throw I've ever seen, but I think you can contribute that to the hit that Buchanan took as he released that football. And Cord was there step for step with Luke Leonard and knocked it down out of the air. So the Scotties take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Abner and Jordan Rice split wide to the left side. Jimmy Davenport wide to the right. Huffman alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. He'll give it off to Huffman across the 35, up across the 40, and he'll be taken down right there. Shy of the first down marker, but not by a lot. He picks up about 8 yards, I believe, on that carry. It is a gain of 8. Tristan's now run it 6 times for 42 yards.
Tavy Gooden on the tackle, 5'10", 175, a senior. He's the man that made the interception on the first Scotty drive.
17 seconds left in this first quarter. Don't know that Glasgow even has to run a play here in this quarter, and I don't think they're going to. I think they're just going to let the clock run out, and we'll go to the second quarter of play. 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the first quarter, with the Scotties leading it 7-0 here at Hank Roy Stadium over the Barron County Trojans. We'll come back after this 1-minute timeout on WCLU Sports. High school, I should say, at Hank Roy Stadium. Let's look at the first quarter stats. Glasgow leading at 7-0. 3 first downs for each club. Barron County with 50 yards rushing. Glasgow with 74. No passing yards for either club. So a total of 74 yards for Glasgow, 50 for Barron County. 1 turnover for the Scotties. We'll finish up the first quarter stats after this play. Cord Stockton and Tristan Huffman split in the backfield. Jimmy Davenport wide to the right side for Glasgow. 2nd down and 2. Cord Stockton gets the carry, has the first down across the 45 and up near the 50-yard line. They'll mark him just shy of the 50 at about the 48, it would appear. But again, enough for the first down for Glasgow. And that'll be 1st and 10 from their own 48.
That's the Glasgow's fullback that time, Cord Stockton. As we said last week, Cord is really not a fullback body, but he can run the football really well. When he picks his holes, he's got some good speed.
Barron County was penalized twice for 15 yards in that first quarter of play. No penalties for Glasgow. 15 offensive plays for the Trojans to 8 for Glasgow. Barron County had it for 8:04 of that first quarter. Glasgow only 3:56. And now the Scotties are going to be forced to call their second timeout of this first half, so they'll have only one remaining. 11:32 left in the first half of play. It's Glasgow 7, Barron County nothing. Back here in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Where is Coca-Cola Football Town, USA? It's a place where the opening of every game is a tremendous rush. It's where jerseys and face paint are considered your Sunday best. And no matter what you're cooking, there's always an ice-cold Coca-Cola to go with it.
Handoff, gives it off to Tristan Huffman. Huffman fighting, but will not be able to escape the Barron County defender. A pickup of a yard, maybe 2 on that carry for Tristan. But a good job, Larry, by the Barron County defender not letting Tristan get away.
That's big Chad Mitchell, 5'11", 250, a senior. He grabbed onto Tristan's waist, and he wouldn't let go.
A pickup of 1 yard on the carry for Tristan that time. 2nd down and 9 for the Scotties at their own 49-yard line. 11 minutes even left in this first half of play.
I think that last play before that, Jerry had a different play called, and I think when he called timeout, I think he changed it because we had a kind of weird look over here at 3 receivers out here on this side.
Abner and Rice split wide to the right side this time. Stockton in the slot on the right side. Huffman will get the carry. Gets away from the first Barron County tackler, but cannot escape the second wave, and he's going to lose some yardage this time. Good penetration that time by the Trojans.
Yeah, number 21 was Matt Homebeck that came in and made the initial hit and slowed him up, and then Patrick Young came in and got his 4th tackle of the night.
It is a loss of a yard for Tristan on that carry. So that backs him up to the original line of scrimmage at the 48-yard line where it's 3rd down and 10. 10-12 left in the first half of play. Scotty's on top 7-0.
Yeah, Glasgow needs to score on about every possession because as Barron County showed the last time they had the football, they're capable of keeping it a long time.
Davenport wide to the left side. Smith in the shotgun this time. Huffman lined up on his left side. Smith wants to throw, drops, looking, throws it over the middle and almost picked off and still in the air and now finally knocked to the ground. But that ball was hung up in the air there for a minute. I thought Barron County defender was going to come down with it, Larry, but it hits harmlessly to the ground.
Nice strong arm by West, threw it right down the middle, and bad things can happen when you throw it down the middle, especially when they're tipped like that. That time we got lucky and it fell to the ground, but it was intended for Eric Abner down there in the pass, just a little bit high for him.
So 4th and long, 4th and 10 to be exact at their own 48-yard line. The Scotties in punt formation. Kellen Smith and Luke Leonard back deep, standing at their own 15-yard line, ready to receive this kick from Wes Smith. The snap from Jimmy Davenport's a good one. It's a high kick angled towards the right sideline over there on the Barron County side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 15, maybe the 14-yard line over there.
Yeah, he's kicking away from Kellen Smith, no doubt about that. He was on the left side of the field. They kicked it to the right.
And I think that is a wise move.
Very, very wise.
9 minutes, 40 seconds left in this first half of play. Glasgow on top of Barron County, 7-0. Tristan Huffman has run the ball 8 times for 42 yards in this ball game. Nick Miller, however, the leading rusher in the game, he's run it 8 times for 44 yards. And that, for Wes Smith, a 38-yard punt with no return. The Trojans send 2 men wide to the right side. Miller and Wood in the backfield. Wood gets the carry, and not a whole lot there this time for Ken Wood as he tried to take it up through the gut and just ran into a pile of players.
Mr. Mitchell, Maurice again. That's his 3rd tackle on the night and didn't start.
Pickup of about a yard on that carry for Kenwood. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Trojans at their own 16.
So far, we haven't seen anything fancy out of either team. Just mostly just straight hands off. Backup had no screen passes. We haven't seen one reverse.
A man split wide to either side for the Trojans. Buchanan drops, wants to throw. He's looking for Smith on the left sideline. Jimmy Davenport over there with him. And Kellen Smith almost made a circus catch that time, Larry, but the officials say he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Davenport thought he had that one intercepted because he had perfect position on Kellen Smith. When he went up, he just couldn't handle the ball. A little bit too short, I guess, to get it down. And then when he tipped it, Kellen Smith almost came down with that football, but I believe it hit the ground over there.
Going into the ball game for the Scotties, Dylan England, as Tristan Huffman will come out of there. 3rd down and 9 now for Barron County at their own 16-yard line. 8:51 remaining in the first half of play. Scotties on top 7-0. 2 men wide to the right side, Miller and Wood in the backfield. They give it off to Miller up the gut, and he gets hammered at the line of scrimmage.
That was Matthew Napier and Ian Miller on that tackle.
No gain that time for Nick Miller. So 4th down and 9 for the Trojans now at their own 16, and this time they'll be forced to punt. Scott Buchanan will kick it away for the Trojans. Cord Stockton stands at midfield ready to receive this punt. Snap is a good one. Kick is away. Sort of a low end-over-end kick. It bounces at the 45-yard line, takes a Barron County bounce, and the Trojans will let it roll till it stops. It dies in Glasgow territory at about the 47-yard line, and that is where the Scotties will take over. 1st down and 10 after a punt of 37 yards. Oh, we've got a flag on the play, however, says Bruce, and we do, over there on the far side of the field.
Illegal motion against Barron County. I would probably decline it and take the football where it is, but you see what Jerry wants to do.
Well, as you say, Larry, the Scotties would have excellent field position.
Yeah, he's going to kick it again, I think. Make them kick it again.
Glasgow would have taken over at their own 47-yard line, but Jerry Eubank feels like, hey, let's back them up a little bit more and see if we can get a little bit more yardage out of this.
At Allen County, against Allen County, Barron County's kickers did not show the best form. They didn't get off very many good punts, and I think that's what Jerry kind of thinks about here. Maybe he's going to put a little bit more pressure on him and hurry him a little bit, and maybe better field position here.
So Buchanan back again, ready to kick this ball away. Cord Stockton now standing at the Trojan 45-yard line, ready to receive the kick.
They hadn't marked it off, have they?
No, they have not. Seems to be some sort of delay out there on the field, and now the official picks up the football and marks off the 5 yards. 8:07 left in this first quarter. Glasgow on top of Barron County, 7-0. Scotty's about to get the football back. Buchanan in punt formation on 4th and 14. It's a low snap, but he handles it. A low knuckleball kick that bounces at the 40-yard line, takes a Barron County bounce to about the 46, and that's where it'll be downed. And so Jerry Eubank backing them up, pays off, Larry, as the Scotties get about an extra 7 yards in field position.
Exactly right. They were hoping to put a little more pressure on him, make him get a bad kick, and maybe get a ball that you could field and run back. Cord Stockton, a pretty good receiver back there to run the football back.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Barron County 46-yard line. So good field position here for Glasgow to start this drive.
Well, I think the Scotties need to score right here on this possession right before halftime. Maybe get Barron County down a little bit, because Barron County is a good second-half team.
Abner and Rice split wide to the right side. Stockton in the slot over there. Huffman gets it reversed to Stockton. Stockton has it at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Cuts back to the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at about the 16-yard line. But again, Larry, that's twice that play has hurt the Trojans tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't as wide as the last reverse that we had when he went it down the other end of the field. This time he cut it back in off tackle, but got some good blocking out in front of him. And looked like he might split the middle of the field and go all the way, but Ken Wood pretty quick himself.
Yeah, when he made that cutback, Larry, I thought, I'm like you, I kind of thought he might take it in, but Wood able to get him down. Stockton actually going to be marked down at the Trojan 17-yard line. It's first down and 10 for the Scotties from that point. Davenport wide to the right side. Rice and Abner split wide to the left. Huffman alone in the backfield. We've seen Tristan alone in the backfield quite a bit so far in this ball game. Tristan gets the pitch out to the left side, makes a nice cut to get away from the first tackler, dragging some Barron County tacklers down inside the 10-yard line before he's taken down.
Yeah, he dragged. Robbie Perkins hit him about 7 yards back, 5'11", 260, and Tristan just carried him about 7 yards.
Well, Tristan goes at 6'2", 172 pounds. And able to drag the bigger man that time. 9 carries for 50 yards so far for Tristan Huffman. Cord Stockton, Larry, carried it 3 times for 68 yards.
Yeah, Tristan in that lone backfield, when he's by himself in the backfield, they can just pitch it back, and he can see the whole line. He can see the holes, and he picks his holes very, very well.
2 men wide to the left side. Wes Smith on the quarterback keeper has a hole up the gut, lowers the head, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
That's the old famous quarterback draw that we run year after year after year, and it seems like that every quarterback that we have can run that play, and Wes Smith is a very good runner in his own right.
And that score gives Glasgow a 2-touchdown lead as they lead 13-0 now. 6:37 left in the first half of play. Ryan Simpson in to attempt the extra point for Glasgow. The holder is Wes Smith. The snap from Jimmy Davenport is a good one. Hold is down, kick is up, and it's right through the uprights, and the Scotties take a 14-0 lead with 6:37 remaining in the first half of play. That's a 3-play drive, 46 yards, took 1 minute, 20 seconds off the clock, and a 9-yard touchdown scamper that time by Wes Smith on the little quarterback keeper. Gives the Scotties a 14-0 lead. 6:37 left on the first half clock. Of course, I want to remind you to join us tomorrow morning for Ask the Coach at 8:30 as we'll talk with Scotty head coach Jerry Eubank. We'll also, of course, talk with Barron County head coach Billy Lindsay.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered for the Scotties. As I said before, Barron County is a very good second half football team. And if you give them the lead or get them real close to the lead coming in that second half, they can do some funny things. So very good to have that 14-point lead now. And it's good to see Ryan Simpson here. I like to see those extra points go through the goalpost.
They're pretty, aren't they?
Yes.
Kellen Smith and Luke Leonard standing at their own 5, ready to receive this kickoff from Ryan Simpson. Kick is away. It's a high end-over-end kick taken at about the 7-yard line by Kellen Smith up across the 25 to 30, and he'll be taken down at about the 32-yard line.
Mr. Corey Buford on that tackle, 5'6", 146, a sophomore. And Kellen Smith scares me to death every time he touches that ball.
Well, he's one of those guys that can do that. Of course, Kellen finished second in the state of Kentucky last year in receiving yardage. So he is a threat, as Larry said, every time he touches it.
Hasn't caught a ball tonight, I don't think, has he?
I don't believe he has.
Yeah. I'm sure he will before the night's over.
This time, Greg Smith and Luke Leonard wide to the right side. They give off to the fullback, Miller. And Miller going to be dragged, or going to be pushed back, I should say, after an initial gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Scooter Kilgore, first man there. He and Tristan Huffman.
We'll give him a gain of about a half yard on that play. So let's go ahead and call it 2nd down and 9 for the Trojans at their own 33-yard line. 6:04 left in the first half of play. Scotty's on top, 14-0. Leonard goes wide to the left side. Smith wide to the right. Miller and Wood in the backfield in the I formation. Buchanan drops, wants to throw, rolls out to the right side. Now he'll tuck it and run. Gets it up across the 35. Ball on the ground, and Jimmy Davenport recovers for the Scotties.
Looked like he was trying to pass that football, and he just underhanded it a little bit, and but he was way across the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a fumble.
So the first turnover of the football game for Barron County. So a turnover each now for each ball club. And the Scotties are going to have it first down and 10. Again, excellent field position for them as they start this drive at the Barron County 38-yard line. 5:43 left in the first half. Scotties with a 14-0 lead already. Davenport wide to the right side. 3 men in the backfield. They'll give it off to Huffman. Again, the reverse to Stockton. Same play across the 30, 25, 20, 15. Cuts back, and he'll be taken down.
He tripped over.
Just inside the 15-yard line. And Bruce over here, Larry, is saying that he tripped over his own man.
He tripped over Jimmy Davenport's feet. As he made the cut, Jimmy was trying to block for him, and he just tripped right over his own feet.
Well, the Scotties have found something in that play, Larry, that has worked very well for them.
3 plays, 3 times they've run that. Well, actually 4 times they've run that play, and every time they've gotten great yardage out of it.
Fort Stockton has 92 yards on those 4 carries.
Matt Hornbeck made that tackle, by the way.
Davenport wide to the right, Stockton wide to the left. Huffman alone in the backfield, double tight end set for the Scotties. The handoff to Huffman, hesitation move across the 10, 5,
yes.
end zone, touchdown Scotties.
There's that little burst of speed when you give it to him and you get it to him on the corner. It looked like he was going to just hesitate and wait, and then all of a sudden that little burst of speed right to the corner of the end zone.
And with 5:14 left in the first half of play, the Scotties now go on top by a score of 20-0. Ryan Simpson will come in to attempt the extra point for Glasgow. Wes Smith will kneel down to hold this attempt. Jimmy Davenport on the snap. Snap is a good one. Hold is down. Kick is up. And once again, Ryan Simpson splits the uprights. And the Scotties lead it 21-0 with 5:14 left in the first half of play. A 2-play drive. 38 yards.
29 seconds.
And it took only 29 seconds, says Bruce Trevue, off of the second quarter clock. And it was capped off. How long was that run, Bruce? 14-yard touchdown run.
Down because Barron County can very easily get back in this football game. So you want to put them down, and when you come out in the third quarter, I think the first 7 or 8 minutes of that quarter will tell the tale as to whether Barron will be able to come back or not.
Still plenty of time left in this first half for Barron County to get on the scoreboard. 5 minutes and 14 seconds.
That would be a big shot in the arm for them if they were to get on the scoreboard here before half.
Long end-over-end kick going to be taken at the 5-yard line by Kellen Smith. He's up across the 20, 25, 30, and he could be gone. Nope, he'll be taken down as he crosses the 40 at about the 43-yard line, and we get a flag thrown on the play.
And this can get them back in the game. I told you, Kellen Smith is the playmaker. They have Tristan Huffman back where the kicker kicks off, and he just waits back. He doesn't go down the field. He waits, and right now he's spying on Kellen Smith, and he got the tackle. But I think we have a face mask on the play.
You are correct, sir. Face mask on the Scotties. 5:05 left in this first half of play. Glasgow on top 21-0. They'll mark off the 5 yards for the unintentional face mask. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Barron County at their own 48-yard line. So a short field this time for the Trojans to work with. Only need 52 yards to hit pay dirt. One man wide to either side for the Trojans. Back split in the backfield. Buchanan drops, wants to throw. Getting some pressure from Scooter Kilgore. And he'll be dropped in the backfield as Scooter held him up long enough for some help from his friends.
Yeah, Scooter Kilgore got there, wouldn't let go, and stood him up. And then here comes Maurice Mitchell. Here comes Cord Stockton. Here comes Ben Dennison. They're all after him.
And a big loss that time for Scott Buchanan. A loss that time of 10 yards, I'm sorry. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 22 yards to go for the Trojans for the first down.
Seems like the Trojans, they've had it deep in Glasgow's territory a couple times already, and seems like Glasgow comes up with a big defensive play, or Berrien County has a penalty that hurts them really, really bad.
Luke Leonard wide to the right side. Kellen Smith in the slot on the right side. Miller and Wood in the I formation. They'll hand it off to Kellen Smith on the end around, and the Scotties had that one sniffed out, Larry Alexander.
Matthew Napier got in there from his nose tackle position, got a hand on him and slowed him up, and then Scooter Kilgore came in from the backside to help him out.
Another loss on the play. That time a loss of about 4 yards on the play, but we have a flag, however, on Berrien County. I tell you, I'm having a hard time seeing these little yellow flags tonight laying on the field.
Yeah, I still don't see it.
I don't either. It's right here once again in front of the Scotty sideline.
So the official's so close to the sideline starting out, and he just throws it up, and it's right down in front of everybody and on the players, and we can't see it.
Well, the Scotties declined that penalty after the 4-yard loss, and it's 3rd down and 26 yards to go for the Trojans. At their own 32-yard line, 2 men wide to the right side. Buchanan drops, rolls out to the right, wants to throw, getting pressure again from Maurice Mitchell, and he'll be dropped. Down inside the 25, back at about the 24-yard line. Now that time, the defensive front and the linebackers for the Scotties, Larry, on that possession for Berrien County were ruthless.
They were. They just came all the way, right from the snap of the ball. They were after him. And Maurice Mitchell, again, with the sack of the quarterback, and he just came right straight to him.
A loss of another 10 yards on that play, so it's 4th and 36 for the Trojans. At their own 24-yard line, they'll have to kick it away. Buchanan gets it off. It's an end-over-end kick that's going to bounce at about the 47-yard line. And it'll take a Berrien County roll down to about the 44. And the Scotties are going to take over 1st down and 10 at their own 44-yard line. So again, Glasgow with good field position here. And boy, if they could put another score on the board to make it a 4-touchdown lead before the half, that would be something pretty.
It would.
Sorry, Larry, a 32-yard punt for Buchanan.
Yeah, it would be. It would be healthy to get another one on the board right now, and I'm sure that's what the Scotties are looking to do. Plenty of time, 3:08, and I think they have one timeout left. I believe they've taken 2, I think.
Davenport will go wide to the right side. Cord Stockton comes wide to the left side. Huffman alone in the backfield. Double tight end set for the Scotties this time. Smith turns, hands it off to Tristan Huffman. Around left end, he's up across the 50, dragging a Berrien County tackler into Trojan territory before he's taken down at about the 47-yard line. But Tristan Huffman drug Luke Leonard about 10 yards that time.
He did. Luke Leonard, 6'1", 165. He's a senior, and he grabbed Tristan's jersey from behind and held on. But Tristan gained about 5 or 6 yards after that.
And we get an official timeout as a Berrien County player is down on the field over there at about the 45-yard line. But a gain that time of 9 yards. 2:45 left in the first half of play. Scotty's on top 21-0 over Berrien County. As I said, 2 men wide to the right side on 2nd down and a long 1 yard to go. They'll hand it off to Huffman, reverse to Cord Stockton, and this time the Trojans sniff it out a little bit better. But Cord still, I believe, does have enough for the Scotty 1st down. Needed about 1.5 yards, and he got it, I do believe.
I believe he did. They're going to run that play till it doesn't do anything. Close to not doing anything that time, but he did get the 1st down. Chad Mitchell on the stop for Berrien County.
2-yard pickup for Cord. 1st and 10 for Glasgow at the Berrien County 45-yard line now. Scotties are going to send Eric Abner and Jordan Rice wide to the right side. Cord Stockton going to line up in the slot over there on that right side. Huffman alone in the backfield. Smith under center, pitches it out to Huffman on the quick pitch around left end. He's at the 40, 35, and he's going to step out of bounds. The official going to rule him out of bounds, it looks like, at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, had he had enough room to get that foot in bounds, I think he's down the sidelines. I don't believe anybody's going to catch him.
Well, that's the play that the Scotties hurt the Bombers with badly last week, Larry.
Exactly. That was the first play of the game that we ran right there. And he got the corner, and he went to the wide side of the field, and he took it about 54 yards for the touchdown. And when he got into the secondary, he just started pulling away from people. That's the kind of speed he has when he gets on the dead run. He's not really fast starting out, but he's really fast when he's on the dead run after he gets started.
Huffman's now carried 12 times for 79 yards. This time they'll give it off to the fullback. I believe that's Richard Hunter that was in there. It is.
Right.
And not much there that time for Richard.
Matt Horn back on the tackle. That's his second of the night. 5'11", 175. He's a junior for Barron County.
No gain on the play. Well, make it a gain of 1, says Bruce. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 1:45 left in this first half, and the clock is running.
I think we're going to have one pretty good play here if we're going to get deep enough to try field goal or get another touchdown.
3rd and 3 for the Scotties at the Trojan 37-yard line. 2 men wide to the right side. Stockton in the slot over there. Huffman gets the pitch on the quick pitch at the 25, and he'll be knocked out of bounds just inside the 20. Down to about the 17-yard line, it would appear.
Ken Wood with his 4th tackle of the night. And Tristan almost tippy-toed down the sidelines again. Wood had the angle on him and got him before he could get loose. 19-yard pickup that time for Tristan Huffman. He's now run it 13 times for a total of 98 yards. Bruce pointing out we almost have 2 guys over 100 yards on the ground in the first half of play. Court Stockton with 94, Tristan Huffman with 98. Shades of the Depp boys. And Jason Huffman, we used to get 100-yard rushers every game those days.
Smith fakes the handoff to Huffman, keeps it himself, takes it across the 10, and down to about the 7 or 8 yard line before he's taken down there. 1:17 left in this first half.
Luke Leonard with his 2nd tackle of the night.
And I think that's going to be enough for a first down. It will be. And so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Scotties at the about the 8-yard line, it looks like.
Now you got 1:17 on the clock and you're 1st and goal, so you got 4 plays to put it in the end zone or kick a field goal. So pretty good shape right here. Time shouldn't be a factor.
Jordan Rice and Eric Abner go wide to the right side. Stockton in the slot over there on that right side. Huffman alone in the backfield once again. Quick pitch out to Huffman, left side. 5 and trying to get it into the end zone, but he cannot. He's stretched out, trying to reach that football across the top of that pylon, but he comes up just short. They knock him out of bounds, it looks like, at the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Lewis Patrick on the stop, 6 foot 225, a junior.
.59 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Scotties leading it already 21-0 and threatening to put another one on the board.
Well, it looks like they've got an excellent chance. 59.4 seconds. The ball was out of bounds, so the clock is dead, and they have plenty of time to get their play in.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line for the Scotties. Hunter and Huffman split in the backfield. Court Stockton in the slot on the right side. They'll try the quarterback sneak, will Wes Smith, and he will get in. Touchdown, Scotties. He comes with 54 seconds left in the first half, and it gives Glasgow a 27-0 lead over the Trojans.
Just a little quarterback keeper. He stepped back, went to his right, went over Caleb Gilbert on that right side over there, right off his right side and into the end zone.
Brian Simpson once again in to attempt the extra point for Glasgow. Wes Smith will hold on the snap from Jimmy Davenport. Kick is up, and it is good. 54 seconds left in the first half of play. Glasgow 28, Barron County nothing. An 8-play drive, 56 yards. And it took 2 minutes and 15 seconds off of the clock, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Wes Smith to give the Scotties a 28-0 lead.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I would have never thought that. I thought it would be a really good ball game, really close ball game.
And there's still time for the Trojans to make it. That's right.
We still got another half to go, and Barron played well last week in the second half.
Brian Simpson will kick it away. Sort of a short, low kick. End over end, bounces at the 15. It'll be picked up by Kellen Smith over there on the left sideline. Scampers down that left sideline, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. I believe that was Scooter Kilgore over there that knocked him out of bounds.
That's right.
They're going to mark him out, I believe. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing where they're marking him out exactly. I believe they're going to mark him out. It looks like at about the 30. Let's make it the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Barron County at their own 29 with 49 seconds remaining. The Trojans trailing the Scotties 28-0. See if the Trojans just decide to take a knee here and head to the house without any further damage being done in this first half.
I don't know whether Billy will do that or not. I think he'll pitch it back and try to get some positive yardage on this and try to make something happen here.
Bruce says here comes the hook and ladder.
Could be.
Buchanan drops, wants to throw, setting up a screen. They give it off to Miller, and he'll be tackled as he comes across the line of scrimmage. Tristan Huffman did a nice job to read that play.
I think Tristan Huffman, after the first few plays that Miller had against the Scotties, I think he's kind of spying on him right now. I think he's laying back in that middle linebacking position or his outside linebacker position and kind of keeping the eye on where he goes.
A pickup of a yard on the play to the 30-yard line, so 2nd down and 9, I'm sorry, for Barron County. A man split wide to either side, back split in the backfield. Buchanan drops, wants to throw, puts it up into the air looking for the receiver, and that is Luke Leonard, who comes down with the catch in Glasgow territory, and they're going to mark him down at the 35-yard line.
Well, Corey Buford made the tackle, and he was on the coverage there. Might have turned his back toward the ball just a little bit too long. By the time he turned and looked around, the ball was right on top of him. He did the right thing, but he should have done it just a little bit sooner, and I think if he does that, he can pick that thing off.
Well, the Trojans are going to call a timeout right here. I believe that's their first called timeout of this half.
Well, those are the big plays I'm talking about that get you in the scoring range right here. They only have 2.8 seconds to go, so it's probably not going to hurt the Scotties that bad unless they do that again. But that's the way Barron County will have to play in the second half. They'll just drop back and let the ball roll and roll the dice, and if they get beat 50-0, it won't make any difference because they'll have to have a chance to come back.
Now the Scotties, as Larry just told you, 2.8 seconds left in this first half. Barron County has it 1st and 10 at the Glasgow 36-yard line. Scotties leading it 28-0. The Trojans going to send Luke Leonard wide to the left side. Ken Wood going to line up over there as well on that left side. Kellen Smith going to line up in the slot. Miller alone in the backfield. Buchanan drops, throws it out to Kellen Smith.
That's a lateral.
That's a lateral, loose ball, free ball. It'll be picked up by the Scotties.
The Scotties got it.
And Corey Buford has the possession of the football, and he'll be taken down, and that's the way the first half is going to come to an end.
Well, that's a fumble recovery, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Kellen Smith has kind of nonchalantly let that ball go once it hit the ground, not realizing, I don't believe, that that was a lateral. Corey Buford picked it up, but was not able to do anything with it once he had possession of the football. So that is the end of the first half of play. Scotties 28, Barron County nothing. When we come back, we'll run through the first half. Pizza and the print shop. Thanks to those area businesses for helping us to bring you Scotty Sports right here on WCLU all year long. Ryan Simpson ready to kick it away for Glasgow. Scotty's with a 28-0 lead as we start this second half of play. It's a knuckleball kick, takes a high bounce at the 25-yard line to be picked up by Luke Leonard at the 25. He's got a hole up across the 35, up across the 40 before he takes a good shot And he's going to be marked down at about the 41-yard line, it would appear. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. They'll have pretty good field position to start their first possession of this second half at their own 41-yard line.
Richard Hunter on the tackle for the Scotties, 5'11", 151, a junior for the Scotties, and pretty good runner in his own right. He plays on the JV team, does an excellent job.
Two men come wide to the right side. Broken I formation in the backfield. Buchanan drops, wants to throw, gets it out here, trying to get it. I believe that's Kellen Smith he's trying to get it to. It is. Kellen tried the diving catch, but he couldn't quite come up with it. It's just off his fingertips. So incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans at their own 41.
Yeah, this could be a long second half because Barron County probably going to put the football in the air a number of times here in this second half.
This time, Kellen Smith and Luke Leonard are going to split wide to the right side once again. Miller and Wood in the I formation in the backfield. Buchanan under center, takes the snap. He'll hand off to Wood, straight up the gut. He gets up across the 45, near the 46-yard line. Pickup of close to 5 yards on that carry for Ken Wood. It is a 5-yard gain. Wood has now carried 6 times for 15 yards. Nick Miller, the leading rusher for the Trojans, he's carried it 10 times for 44 yards.
Tristan Huffman on the tackle. That's his 6th tackle of the night.
11:18 left in this third quarter of play. Scotties lead at 28-0 over Barron County. A receiver wide to the right side. Smith in the slot on the right side. Buchanan drops, wants to throw. Quick pass out here to Smith.
Ooh.
That pass almost picked off by Jimmy Davenport. Jimmy did a nice job to read that play, Larry.
He sure did. He read it perfectly. I almost had the pick. He stepped in front of Kellen Smith, got both hands on the football, but just couldn't pull it in. And
that does bring up a punting situation for the Trojans. 4th down and 5 yards to go from their own 46-yard line.
And don't rule out a fake either.
They are going to set up in punt formation, and Scott Buchanan goes back there to kick it away. Cord Stockton standing at his own 20-yard line waiting on the punt. It's a low snap, but it's handled by Buchanan. Gets the kick away, high end-over-end kick, going to bounce at the 25, takes a Barron County bounce, and it's going to get down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, it looks like. That's where they'll spot it down, and Glasgow will start 1st and 10 from that position.
Well, that's the worst, by far, the worst field position that the Scotties have come up with tonight.
Excuse me, a good kick that time for Scott Buchanan. A 42-yard punt and no return.
Glasgow's worst field position up until this point had been the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 13. 10:54 left in the third quarter. A man split wide to each side for the Scotties. Huffman alone in the backfield, double tight ends. They give it off to Huffman, off left tackle, has a hole, gets it up across the 15, near the 20-yard line. I believe they'll mark him down just shy of the 20. Let's call it the 19. Pickup of 7 yards on the carry. So 2nd and 3 coming up for the Scotties at their own 19-yard line.
Patrick Young with his 5th tackle tonight. He's been a busy young man right from the start. He and Ken Wood. Wood has 4.
Jimmy Davenport goes wide to the right side. Stockton wide to the left side. Kent Blackburn, the tight end on the right side. Smith turns, pitches it out to Huffman on the quick pitch. He's up across the 25, 30, and that's where he'll be taken down. And right on the 30-yard line. It will be enough for the Scotty 1st down.
Please report to the press box.
Lewis Patrick on the tackle, 6'2", 225 junior for Barron County. That time it was a quick pitch right, and when Tristan got out and got around the end and had about 2 or 3 yards, he tried to reverse and cut back, cut his back to against the grain to the middle of the field, and Lewis Patrick was right there for the tackle.
Scotties have 11 first downs in the ball game now, all coming by way of the ground. 2 men going to go wide to the right side. Stockton in the slot on that right side. Huffman alone in the backfield. He'll get the handoff off left tackle. Makes 1 man miss, trying to turn the corner, but he's not going to be able to do that as Kellen Smith, with some quick feet of his own, able to cut him off before he could turn the corner, and he'll bring him down, I believe, for no gain.
Yeah, against a lot of people other than Kellen Smith, somebody's got quick feet like him. he bounces that thing outside and gives him a stiff arm, and he gets the corner on him. That time, Kellen Smith quick enough to get out and make the tackle.
Actually, a loss of 1 yard on the play. So that backs it up to the 29-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 11. Tristan Huffman's now got 17 carries for 122 yards. 2 men wide to the left side. Ian Miller on the slot on the left side, and Scotty sees something they don't like. They're going to call a timeout. 8 minutes, 55 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Glasgow 28, Barron County nothing. Back here in 1 minute on WCLU Sports. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, Bruce Trevue back here with you at Hank Roy Stadium. 8 minutes, 55 seconds left in the third quarter of play. It's Glasgow 28, Barron County nothing. 2nd down 11 for the Scotties at their own 29-yard line. 2 men going to go wide to the right side. Davenport wide to the left. Huffman in the backfield by his lonesome. He'll get the quick pitch out to the right side. Trying to turn the corner over there. Gets it turned up across the 30 and near the 35-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but a good gainer for the Scotties nonetheless.
Kellen Smith with his second straight tackle.
Pickup of 5 yards, say the officials, and so it'll be 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Scotties at their own 34-yard line. 8:55 left in the third quarter. Sorry.
And this doesn't look good.
Tristan Huffman coming off the field with a little bit of a limp, being assisted off the field by Jordan Rice coming over here to the Scotty sideline. And that does not look good. Maybe just a cramp. Not sure what is going on, as Dr. Marr is going to go over there and check Tristan out. Mr. Mike Miller over there as well. Well, we'll get back to action as the Scotties send Eric Abner and Jordan Rice wide to the left side. Corey Buford going to line up in the slot on the left side. Cord Stockton alone in the backfield now. Smith under center. And did he fumble the snap?
Yeah, I believe he did. He fumbled the snap and had to pick it up.
I knew something looked a little odd there. And West was able to recover his own fumble, but the Scotties are going to be forced into a punting situation here.
Travis Mitchell on the tackle for Barron County, 5'10", 175, a senior for Barron. It's his second tackle of the night.
4th down and 6 for the Scotties. Wes Smith back in punt formation for Glasgow. Kellen Smith and Luke Leonard back deep for the Trojans, standing at their own 32-yard line. Snap is a good one. Kick is away. It's a good kick. Long kick. Going to back Leonard up. It bounces at about the 23-yard line. He'll pick it up at the 15. He's across the 20, coming back all the way to the right side of the field across the 25, and he'll be hammered. Ben Dennison puts a big stick on Mr. Luke Leonard.
Yeah, Jimmy Davenport hit him first and had him stood up just a little bit, but he was still moving. And then, boom, here comes Mr. Dennison.
And now Matt Dillon coming off the field a little bit gingerly.
Well, we've got one down on the far sideline here. Looks like there's a cramp, and somebody's got a cramp over on the far sideline. Looks like Jordan Rice, isn't it? Is it Ford?
Cord Stockton, I believe, Larry.
Cord?
I believe I see a number 5 on that jersey over there.
Yep, you're right. Jordan's on the sideline.
Well, I'm looking for Tristan Huffman over here on the glass. A 49-yard punt for Wes Smith. So that was a beauty.
I tell you what, Wes is punting. I think he had a 39-yard average down at Ballard Memorial, down Paducah the other night against Ballard Memorial punting, and tonight he's had what was that one? 40?
That was a 49-yarder.
49 and 38, I think, already tonight. So he kicks the ball very well. Averaging about 42.
Bruce says he's averaging about 43 yards per kick.
And they're big booming kicks now. They're not the spiraling kicks that go up and turn over, but they get the job done.
Yes, they do very well. And Cord Stockton still down over there on the far side of the football field. Again, I want to remind you to join us for Ask the Coach tomorrow morning right here on Double.
Been playing well here as of late, but I don't get to watch as much baseball as I used to because I'm always doing something else, going golfing or doing something. But I always keep up with the Braves. And playoff time, that's when I like it.
And I'm a big Braves fan myself. I was hoping they wouldn't strike simply because the Braves look like they have a decent chance to win it all this year.
Well, that's
of course,
right.
They look like that a lot, but unfortunately tend to be, they tend to choke sometimes, to be honest with you.
Well, whether I call it choking or not, but there's some.
Mike Miller and Dr. Bill Mars. They'll bring him over here on the sideline, and they'll sit him down. Meanwhile, we get back to business. The Trojans send 2 men wide to the left side. The quick pitch out to Ken Wood, and he'll be stuck in the backfield. Jordan Rice comes up to make the play that time for the Scotties.
Yeah, big hit. Ben Dennison really penetrated first and got deep into the backfield and was chasing the ball carrier, and then Jordan Rice came up and just flat nailed him.
Well, Tristan Huffman now is going back out onto the field. And trying to decide who's going to come out, it'll be Jordan Rice.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see Tristan too much more on defense.
7:05 left in the third quarter. Scotty's on top, 28-0. Buchanan drops, wants to throw, gets it out here to Smith, guarded by Davenport, and we'll have an incomplete pass. Kellen Smith looking at the officials like he wanted some interference, but I tell you, both players going for the ball that time, Larry.
Both players had their head turned toward the ball. Jimmy Davenport looked at it, and Kellen Smith was looking at it. There was some body bumping, but I don't believe there was any interference on that play.
Well, this has been a very cleanly played game, as the Scotties have only had 1 penalty for 5 yards. Barron County's only been penalized 3 times for 20 yards.
Yeah, that's something that's hurt the Scotties in the past, is having penalties at very inopportune times. Hopefully this team's not going to do that.
2 men wide to the right side. Broken I formation in the backfield. Buchanan rolls out to the right, tosses it out here, trying to get it to Kellen Smith, and he overthrows Smith. He was trying to get it down here to about the 37-yard line, but Smith didn't have a chance to come down with that one.
Exactly right, and Maurice Mitchell again putting pressure on the quarterback. Scott Buchanan rolling out to his right, and he just doesn't have time to throw the football, to stop and plan and throw the football. He had to throw that one on the run. It was way overthrown.
So that brings up 4th and long once again for the Trojans. 4th down and 11, 6:46 left in the third quarter. 4th and 11 at their own 24-yard line. Buchanan in punt formation. Wes Smith is back deep to receive the kick. This is a high spiraling kick. Going to bounce at the 50-yard line, takes a Trojan bounce, and it'll be killed at the 46-yard line by the Trojans. So Glasgow will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 46.
And field position gets back in Glasgow's favor now.
That's exactly right. That time a 29-yard kick by Scott Buchanan. And Glasgow, as you said, Larry, another fairly short field to work with here to put another score on the board maybe and put this thing out of reach.
Well, they took the ball over on their 13 the last time. They ran 3 or 4 minutes off the clock, and I'm sure that's exactly what they wanted to do before they had to punt. And then they put Barron County in a pretty good hole with a really good punt by Wes Smith. And now the tables are turned. They stop Barron, and they have to punt back to them. And now the field position in Glasgow's favor here, where they can maybe put another score on the board and really put this thing out of reach.
Huffman and Corey Buford split in the backfield. Smith turns. He'll hand it off to Corey Buford across the 50 into Trojan territory, where he's taken down. They're going to mark him down at the 49-yard line, it looks like. So he'll pick up a 5 yards.
You can watch out for Corey Buford, because one of these days he's going to be an excellent player. He's just a sophomore right now, about 150 pounds, and he gets a little bit stronger. He's got some speed. He's going to be a good running back, I think.
2nd down and 6 yards to go. They gave him only a gain of 4 yards on the play. And Tristan Huffman again over here on the sideline, limping once again. He's going to go over here and sit down on the bench, and Mike Miller going to come over here and check him out.
looking at his left knee or left ankle.
Corey Buford again gets the carry, takes it up across the 45. Nice move across the 40, across the 35, and he'll be taken out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
I told you the young man can run. I saw him play some JV games, and he does a pretty good job.
He certainly did a pretty good job on that play. That time he carried for a gain of 15 yards. And a Scotty first down, 1st and 10 at the Barron County 34-yard line, 5:37 left in the third quarter.
I want to say congratulations to the two middle school teams, 7th and 8th grade. They beat Barron County, I think, Thursday, both games.
Yes, they did. 2 men wide to the right side, Buford and Scooter Kilgore in the backfield, split, and I believe Scooter may have jumped the gun just a little bit. We'll get a flag on the play.
Now, Scooter's a kid that you just don't really know a lot about right now. He is really built. He's got a good body, a really strong kid, and he's got some speed. They say sometimes he doesn't show up to play every play, so you got to make sure that you got to get him ready to play every play, and I think he'll be a good player too.
So the false start on the Scotties does move the ball back 5 yards. So it's 1st and 15 at the Trojan 39-yard line. Kilgore and Buford again split in the backfield. They're going to give it off to Buford this time. Breaks one tackle across the 35 and down near the 30-yard line before he's taken down.
Patrick Young with his 6th tackle of the night, and he's making a lot of tackles in that linebacker spot.
Pickup of 8 yards. Buford's already carried it 3 times, Larry, for 27 yards.
Well, we're getting some good blocking up front. We got number 60, Matt Stewart in, Patrick Guides, and Caleb Gilbert at the center, Ben Dennison over on that right side. These guys are doing a pretty good job.
Richard Hunter now comes in at one of the halfback spots, and Scooter Kilgore comes out of the ball game. Davenport and Eric Abner are going to go wide to the right side. Hunter and Buford split in the backfield. Wes Smith, and he's going to be taken down. Not quite sure what happened on that play.
Looked like a little busted play there. Looked like somebody went the wrong way, and you knew that when you got these new kids, Richard Hunter and Corey Buford in the backfield. They're not like Tristan and Corey that know exactly what they're doing. These guys are going to make some mistakes, and I think that was one of them.
Now Scooter Kilgore returns to the football game as Richard Hunter goes out. 3rd down, 7 yards to go for the first down for the Scotties. They have the football at the Barron County 31-yard line. Glasgow on top, 28-0. Kilgore and Buford split in the backfield. 2 men wide to the right side. Smith, quick pitch out to Kilgore around the left end. He's across the 30 and down near the 25-yard line when he's knocked out of bounds.
Number 18 got that tackle, Luke Leonard. That's his 3rd on the night.
I think Scooter's going to still be a little bit shy of the first down. He will be. About a yard shy, I believe. Pickup of 5 yards on the carry, says Bruce.
Yeah, 4-down territory, though. We're going to go for this here. We've run down to the 3-minute and 30 mark almost, and that's what Glasgow want to do. They don't care if they don't score another point, I don't think, this half, as long as they run that clock out.
4th down, 2 yards to go for the Scotties at the Trojan 26. 2 men wide to the left side, 2 back, split in the backfield as Cord Stockton's back in the football game. Scooter Kilgore gets the carry, and he will not make it.
He went to the right side, should have gone left, I think.
Yep. So the Scotties going to turn the football over on downs, and Tristan Huffman is now sitting over here on the Glasgow bench, and he is taking off the shoulder pad, so Tristan may be done for the evening.
The ball started at the Trojan 26-yard line.
It's 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 26-yard line. 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play.
Well, that was a good defensive series. Coach Glasgow had their 2nd string backfield in that time. Cord Stockton is back in on defense right now.
Buchanan turns, hands it off to the fullback, Nick Miller. I believe one of the first times we've seen Miller carry the football in this second half of play, and there was not a whole lot there. They will give him forward progress.
59, that's Will Rutledge. I get his number mixed up every time because he started out wearing something else.
He started out wearing 26, but then they had to put him on the offensive line because they were so thin at that position.
And he's done an excellent job.
Yes, he has.
Too. He's playing linebacker right now on defense.
Miller got a little bit more than I thought he did. A pickup of 3 yards, 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. Buchanan drops, lateral pass out to Kellen Smith, and he'll be dropped for a loss.
Yeah, Wes Smith right there on top of him, as was Jimmy Davenport. They had that one sniffed out all the way, and that's the one they used at the end of the half a minute ago when they fumbled the ball.
2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Glasgow on top 28-0. A loss of 9 yards, loss of 4 yards. Kellen Smith with that one counting as a rush, as Bruce tells me. He's now carried it 2 times, I'm sorry, for minus 9 yards. 3 men going to split out wide to the right side. Buchanan drops, looking to the right side, wants to throw, trying to get it off to Luke Leonard. It's going to be picked off by Jimmy Davenport at the 45-yard line, and he'll be taken down by Leonard immediately. But Jimmy Davenport gets his first pick off of this 2002 high school season. And Glasgow will take over 1st down and 10. Well, I believe they will, but the officials down there on the field talking. The penalty flag is down.
Illegal procedure. Yes.
Illegal procedure on the Trojans, and we will decline that, as Larry said, and it'll be Glasgow football, 1st down and 10 at the Barron County 42-yard line, I believe.
Well, Jimmy Davenport played that ball perfectly. The ball was thrown up for grabs anyway, and the receiver went inside. The ball was slightly thrown outside, and Jimmy turned, saw the football, and he just played it like he was a receiver and went up and caught it. That's pretty easy interception right there.
Cord Stockton and Corey Buford are going to be the halfbacks. As I said, Tristan Huffman over here on the sideline with the shoulder pads off, so we think he's probably done for the evening.
Looks like it. He's got his foot up, and it looks like it might be a slight sprain of the ankle or something. But he went in for one play and couldn't go, so he came back.
Corey Buford gets his number called across the 40, 35, has some running room across the 30, and he'll be taken down. And didn't think they were going to get it, but we do get a flag thrown in there, Larry. They're going to get a face mask right here.
Well, I like Corey Buford. I have liked him since I saw him play in JV game, and he's a pretty good runner.
It is a pickup of 15 yards, and you can probably tack on some more yardage for the face mask. You can. Just a question of how much. Will it be a 5 or 15-yard variety?
I didn't think they had to ask about a face mask. I thought they just marked it off.
I'm not sure what they're discussing down there either. Referee Phil Moore down there discussing it with Ian Miller.
It's going to be 15.
It sure is. And that's going to move the ball deep into Barron County territory. We're going to mark it down at the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Scotties from the Trojan 14 with 1:55 left in the third, and Glasgow leading 28-0.
1st down 10 Scotties at the Trojan 14.
Abner and Davenport wide to the left side. Buford and Stockton split in the backfield. Tight end Miller lined up on the right side. Smith under center. Takes the snap, fakes it to Cord Stockton, keeps it around the left side, and not a whole lot there. Wiss going to get 2 or 3 yards on the play that time.
Teddy Gooden on the stop. That's his second of the night to go along with an interception. That was the quarterback draw again, and I think maybe we're just trying to run clock out, but West kind of tippy-toed out of bounds and stopped the clock.
No, they kept the clock running, Larry. I think they said his knee hit the ground.
Okay.
Before he went out of bounds. 28-0. Scotty's in front.
I didn't think he ever went.
I didn't think he did either, but I did see the official. He said wind the clock, and the clock never has stopped.
Maybe forward progress was stopped.
Again, Stockton and Buford split in the backfield. 2 men wide to the left side. Smith turns, hands it off to Buford. Corey cuts it out to the left side, and he's going to be cut down at about the 10-yard line. A pickup maybe of a yard on the play.
Yeah, good hit by Luke Leonard. Came in and upended him about the knees, but a good juke move right there. Faked it inside, and then kind of tippy-toed outside and got a little bit more yardage out of it.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Scotties. Ball marked just inside the Barron County 10-yard line. 38 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, so this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Davenport and Abner going to go wide to the right side. Hunter and Stockton split in the backfield. Smith under center. He'll turn, hand it off to Stockton around right side, and he'll get it down inside the 10 near the 5-yard line. I still think he's going to come up shy of the 1st down, however. Pickup of about 4 yards, says Bruce.
Number 56, Grant Pickerel on the stop, 6'1", 195.
And that will bring up 4th down and 2 when we come back. That is the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Glasgow in front of Barron County, 28-0. Back here after this 1-minute timeout on WCLU Sports. Thank you very much. Ryan Simpson in to attempt a 24-yard field goal on 4th down and 2 for the Scotties. Snap is a good one. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is good. And Ryan Simpson has his first field goal of the season, and it gives the Scotties a 31-0 lead.
How far was that?
That was 24 yards, Larry.
4 yards.
And a good-looking kick that time from Ryan. I tell you, there's a pretty big difference in our kicking game from this week to last week, isn't there?
How come no time went off the clock?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very good question. There should have been a little bit of time run off, but nevertheless, 31-0. A 5-play drive that goes 42 yards. 2:05 off the clock, and a 24-yard field goal by Mr. Ryan Simpson.
Glasgow Scotty baseball cap. Blue cap with the letter G on it with number 29 on the back.
So now Glasgow holding a 31-0 lead over the Trojans. With no time yet run off of the clock, and now the officials are going to run 5 seconds off the clock.
I thought there had to be a little time run off on that field goal attempt.
And they do go ahead and run 5 off, so we've got 11:55 left in the football game now.
Is the rule still in effect this year for when you run the clock?
As far as I know,
40,
it is.
What is it, 40 points?
I believe it's 40, but you're testing me there.
Bruce
I'm not
know.
sure.
Drive now to 210.
210.
Bruce corrects us and says that drive, instead of now taking 2:05, now took 2:10. Here's the kick from Ryan Simpson. Going to be picked up by Kellen Smith at the 20-yard line. He's up the 25, trying to turn the corner. Corey Buford got a hand on him and slowed him up enough for a couple of other Scotty defenders to get there and make the tackle.
Yeah, looks like Eric Abner finally got the tackle, but you're right. Matt Dillon and Corey Buford both in there to slow him up just a little bit, and that's about all you can do sometimes with Kellen Smith.
1st and 10 for the Trojans now from their own 30-yard line. Trying to get on the scoreboard here. The Scotties pitching a shutout at this point.
And I never would have believed.
I never would have either, Larry.
I thought this would be a really close ball game.
2 men wide to the right side. Ken Wood in the backfield. Miller in the slot over on the right side. And we get a whistle before the ball is snapped. A flag down on the far side of the field. Very possibly false start.
Normally against the offense, you're right. Normally against the offense, but a defensive player could be in the zone.
And that is exactly what happened.
Well,
now, wait a minute. He called offsides on Barron County. So
yes,
they lined up in the neutral zone. Well, you don't see that very often.
No.
A 5-yard penalty on the Trojans backs them up to their own 25, where it's first down and 15.
Could have been one of the wideouts on the far side, maybe, that a little bit too far.
Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Trevue with you here from Hank Royce Stadium. Scotty's on top 31-0 over Barron County. 11:42 remaining in the ball game. Glad you could join us. Two men going to go wide to the right side for the Trojans. Split I formation in the backfield. Buchanan rolling out to the right, wants to throw. Pass complete. I believe that's Kellen Smith. But Kellen going to be dropped immediately after catching the football by Jimmy Davenport.
Exactly, and that's exactly the way you want to play Kellen Smith. You want to keep him in front of you. You don't want to let him get behind you so they can throw the football, because he has great speed. And Jimmy Davenport played him very, very well that time.
Pickup of 7 yards on that completion from Buchanan to Smith. Brings up second down and 8 yards to go, I'm sorry. Ball at the Barron County 32-yard line. Buchanan gives the handoff to the fullback, Nick Miller. Miller drives the pile forward for a few yards, and he'll finally be brought down at about the 35.
I think that's Maurice Mitchell in on the stop again. After not practicing all week, he's come in with 5 tackles and a sack of the quarterback and put pressure on the quarterback a number of times tonight.
Actually, going to spot the ball down at the 36-yard line, where it is third down and 4 for the Trojans. Two men go wide to the right side. Miller and Wood split in the backfield. Buchanan drops, quick pitch out here to the short side of the field for Wood, and he is wrapped up after a short gain. A number of Scotties there on the play.
Ben Dennison. Ben Dennison was the man that tracked him all the way, made the tackle.
A short gain of 2 yards on the play. Really a gain only of about a yard, where it's fourth down and 3 now. From the Trojans' own 37-yard line, and Scott Buchanan once again dropping back into punt formation. Scotties don't really expect a punt here. They don't send anybody back deep.
A good move.
Now they do kick it away, but it's not a very good kick. It's going to bounce about the 38-yard line. It does take a huge Barron County roll, though.
It sure does.
Down all the way inside the 20-yard line. That thing rolled about 20 yards on the ground. The Scotties will take over first down and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A punt of 45 yards that time for Buchanan, only about 25 of it in the air.
Yeah, a lot of it rolling. Boy, Maurice Mitchell went right straight up the middle, and he thought he had a chance to block that ball and was mad because he didn't get a finger on it.
9.5 minutes left in the ball game. Glasgow leading at 31-0 over Barron County. Scotty's just wanting to take some time off the clock here. Sure, they'll keep it on the ground.
Yeah, this is one of those games now where you just hope nobody gets hurt and try to run that clock out and go on home.
Davenport and Abner wide to the right side. Hunter and Stockton in the backfield. Cord Stockton going to get the carry. Tried to cut it back into the middle of the field, just not a lot there that time for Cord. May have picked up a yard, but not much more than that.
Matt Hornbeck on the stop. That's his third tonight for Barron County.
Actually, they'll stop him for no gain. Maybe a half-yard gain, but let's still call it second down and 10. Nine minutes left in the ball game now. Jimmy Davenport going to split out wide to the left side. Eric Abner also going over that way. Hunter and Cord Stockton in the backfield. I'm sorry, that's Corey Buford. Buford will get the carry, and Corey kind of lost his footing right there as he tried to make a cut back into the middle of the field, and he's taken down at about the 25-yard line, a loss of maybe a yard or two on the road. Let's just say about a half-yard loss on the play.
Lewis Patrick with a tackle. That's his third of the night. 6'2", 225. He's only a junior.
Third and 10 coming up for Glasgow. We'd like to get a couple of first downs, if nothing else, Larry, just to, as we said, run some more time.
Exactly right. That's exactly what they want to do, get some first downs. But right now we're treading water. We're not going anywhere much right now.
Buford and Hunter again split in the backfield. 2 men wide to the left side. That's Davenport and Abner. Smith turns, hands it off to Corey Buford. Corey takes a hard shot. And he's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. Somebody had Corey down low, and somebody came flying in there from the Trojan defense and hit him up high.
Yeah, Patrick was the one that hit him low to make the tackle, and I didn't see who it was that got the good hit on him up, but they hit him a pretty good lick.
Wes Smith goes back in punt formation for the Scotties. Kellen Smith back deep for the Trojans to receive the kick. He stands at his own 45-yard line. Scotties were able to run a couple minutes off the clock on that possession. Down to 7:12 left in the ball game. A good snap from Davenport. It's a high spiraling kick. Another nice kick. Hits at the 40-yard line. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 35. 41-yard punt from Wes Smith. I tell you what, Larry, Wes Smith is impressing me with his leg.
And that one was a pretty punt. The others haven't been that pretty, but that one got up, spiral, turned over in the air, and when it hit, got some pretty good roll out of it.
Wes is averaging, got to be averaging over 40 yards per kick this season. And in high school football, you'll take that.
Anytime.
Kellen Smith and Luke Leonard go wide to the right side. As Miller and Wood are split in the I formation in the backfield. Wood gets the pitch out around right end. Trying to turn the corner. He takes it up across the 35 and will be dropped after a gain of a couple of yards on the play. I'm going to spot him down at the Trojan 37-yard line.
Well, Corey Stockton was in on that play. Didn't really pick it up initially, but I think Stockton was the man that got a hand on him.
Pickup of 2 yards on the carry for Ken Wood. Wood has now carried the ball 9 times for only 17 yards. So the Scotties have done a good job on him tonight. Buchanan turns, hands it off to the fullback, Nick Miller. Miller trying to push the pile forward and got away from the pile, but the officials blew the play dead, said his forward progress was stopped, and it was.
And it was. Ian Miller had a hold of him, and when the whistle blew, he turned loose of him. That's why he took off.
Pickup of about 3 yards on the carry that time for Nick Miller. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Trojans at their own 40-yard line. 5:48 left in the football game. Glasgow leading 31-0.
Yeah, that's Ian Miller's 3rd tackle of the night. He's a 6'1", 184 senior. One of the co-captains on this team.
Kellen Smith and Luke Leonard come wide to the left side. Miller and Wood in the backfield. They'll give it off to Miller, straight up the gut. And he'll be stood up for a very minimal gain.
Yeah, that's Maurice, I think, again, that was in there and stood him straight up at the line of scrimmage.
He may have fumbled the football, Larry. I saw the official throw the beanbag down there, and there seems to be a pretty good pile, and the Scotties come out of there and say they have it, and they do.
I wonder who got it? Mitchell?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I didn't see anybody come up to see who got it.
I didn't either. Nevertheless, Glasgow does get the fumble recovery with 5:21 left in the football game. The Scotties leading at 31-0. They'll have it 1st down and 10 in Barron County territory, if I can speak, at the 39-yard line.
Well, we'll have to just leave that one till later on and find out who actually recovered the fumble. I thought Maurice Mitchell was there on top of it, but it could have been a number of people.
And a new quarterback into the ball game for the Scotties. That's Dakota Elmore, a 5'11", 177-pound sophomore wearing number 12. And we get a whistle on the snap. Maybe another false start on the Scotties.
Could be. I think the line is still intact. I think we have a different backfield in, but I think all the linemen are still there.
It is a false start called on Glasgow. That'll back them up 5 more yards to the Trojan 44-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 15. Well, Larry, I tell you, the Scotties are so thin on the offensive line, they really don't have a lot of subs to put in there.
You're exactly right. These guys are going to have to go the whole year. It's going to be a long year for them, I'm sure, but they're going to have to play the abundance of the time.
Dakota Elmore under center, takes the snap.
Somebody else started too quick.
Here we go again, another flag. So that'll back up Glasgow 5 more yards, assuming that is the call.
Dead ball foul.
It is. So that'll move it back to the Trojan 49-yard line now, where it'll be first down and 20.
Well, we had great field position after that fumble recovery, but now we're going backwards.
We haven't even talked about the crowd that was on hand tonight here, Larry. It's starting to thin out a little bit now, but I'll tell you what, we've had a great crowd on hand, as you would expect, for Glasgow and Barron County.
Play resumes. First down 20, Glasgow.
Elmore under center, 2 men wide to the left side. Hunter and Buford in the backfield. Buford going to get the carry, try to turn the corner around the right end. Does a good job to break away. Tackler still on his feet. And he turns something into nothing that time, as Corey Buford ends up getting about a 4-yard gain out of what should have been probably about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Yeah, Patrick Young finally got the tackle on that. That's his 7th in the night, but Corey Buford has some moves.
He just kept those legs turning that time. Refused to go down. 4:46 left in the ball game.
Yeah.
Second down and 16 after the 5-yard pickup.
Talking about the crowd, it was a great crowd. There's no doubt about it. Everybody was all pumped up there to start the ball game, and still a lot of people here. This is one game that this stadium just is not big enough.
Elmore under center. He'll take the snap, give it off to Buford one more time. He takes it across the 45, across the 40. And he falls forward to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I like Corey Buford because he runs hard. He has some moves, but he also runs hard.
I've liked what I've seen out of Corey tonight as well, Larry. This is the first time I've really had a chance to see him play a whole lot. Down to 4 minutes remaining in the football game. Glasgow going to move to 2-0 on the season, it would appear. Barron County will fall to 1-1. Scotties lead it 31-0. Jordan Rice and Aaron Bratton split out wide to the left side. Richard Hunter going to get the carry from his fullback spot, and he'll pick up a yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Grant Pickrell made that tackle. That's his 3rd on the night.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Scotties.
And I figure they'll go for it.
It appears they will at the Trojan 38-yard line. Jordan Rice and Aaron Bratton again go wide to the left side. Hunter and Corey Buford split in the backfield. Elmore under center. He'll hand it off to Buford. Corey takes it down near the 35-yard line. I believe they'll mark him down to about the 36, and that will not be enough for the Scotty first down. A gain that time of 2 yards. Corey Buford has carried it 10 times in this ball game for 60 yards, so a 6-yard average per carry for Corey Buford tonight. And Barron County takes over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Well, it's been a really good. The first half was really exciting, of course, for Glasgow fans. The second half's kind of been just, play out the string and run time off the clock. Only 3 points scored, so that I'm sure that's what the Scotties would take at halftime.
Buchanan drops, wants to throw, getting pressure, gets nailed by Maurice Mitchell, but he does complete the pass to Kellen Smith, who's taken down at the 45-yard line by Jimmy Davenport. And we see a flag on the far side of the field as well.
Well, it's got to be, the flag had to happen about 10 yards back downfield. It's either push off by the offensive man or a hold by the defense, one or the other.
Pass interference called on the Scotties.
It must have been on Jimmy Davenport. He must have reached out and grabbed him or hit him as he made his cut, because he was open and Davenport was trailing the play that time.
.247 left on the clock. And referee Phil Moore talking it over with the Trojan captain. The pass interference penalty is declined. Pickup of 19 yards on that pass completion from Buchanan to Kellen Smith. First and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 45-yard line. Smith and Leonard wide to the left side. Buchanan drops, wants to throw. Again, getting pressured, throws it up, and Kellen Smith makes a great adjustment on the football to come back and catch it. Jimmy Davenport was right there defensively, but Jimmy gets up kind of waving his hands like, what else can I do?
Yeah, that time Jimmy was there, but he didn't turn and look for the football, and he might have slipped as he came back for it too, but the offensive man turned. You know, he knows where the football is, and he knows how to adjust his pattern, and Kellen Smith is very good at doing that. That's the way he caught a touchdown pass last week against Allen County.
22-yard completion. Kellen Smith has now caught 3 passes for 48 yards. Buchanan rolling out to the right side, gets it out to Smith, once again completes. And this will also be enough for another first down, I believe.
Yeah, they're starting to click now. They're getting, Glasgow defense probably getting a little tired. The pass rush is not coming as good as it did early in the ball game, and Kellen Smith getting loose.
2:07 left in the football game, 31-0. Scotty's on top. Glasgow just trying to preserve the shutout right here. Barron County, of course, wants to get on the scoreboard. They'll turn and hand it off to the tailback, Ken Wood, and nothing there as he hit a brick wall.
Number 9 again. Old number 9. That's his 6th tackle, Maurice Mitchell.
Pickup of about a yard on the carry. Second down and 9 for the Trojans at the Glasgow 10-yard line. Smith and Leonard come wide to the left side. Wood and Miller in the backfield, split in the I formation. Buchanan rolls out to the left side. Scooter Kilgore pressuring him, and now he'll be dropped in the backfield.
Ben Dennison was the first man there, and then a host of them came in later.
Maurice Mitchell, Mr. Napier there, Matt Dillon there as well.
That's Dennison's 4th tackle and first sack of the quarterback.
1 minute left in the football game. Kellen Smith going to go out wide to the right side along with Luke Leonard. Buchanan drops, wants to throw.
Here they come.
Getting pressured again, and this time he does get the pass off.
That's a flag.
And a flag comes out.
Yeah, that's on Dennison for hitting. Well, an illegal receiver caught the football to start with, and then Dennison piled on top of him after that. So I don't know what we got here.
It's illegal touching there by the line. That's going to be pass interference. That'd be 15 yards.
I tell you what, Larry, you just cannot say enough about the job that the linebackers and the defensive tackles and defensive ends for the Scotties have done in this football game, getting pressure on Scott Buchanan.
Yeah, because last week against Allen County, I thought Barron County in the second half, their offensive line looked as good as I've seen. And, you know, Allen County didn't get any pressure on Buchanan, and they ran the football right over Allen County. It's just been the opposite this week. They haven't been able to stop the Scotties because they've sent people from everywhere. That was an illegal. But number 50 is not an eligible receiver. I don't know how he... Yeah, you would think so.
The unsportsmanlike conduct, I guess, is all personal foul.
I believe they just saw the hit by Ben, and they didn't notice the number that the guy that caught the football. Where's he play on the offensive line? The center?
He is...
No, he is the...
right tackle.
He's the right tackle.
Fourth down, 8 yards to go for the Trojans. They have to get to about the 2-yard line for a first down. Buchanan drops, wants to throw, gets the pass off. It is incomplete. Matt Dillon there on the coverage for the Scotties. The intended receiver was Patrick Young. And that is the end of that drive for the Trojans, and they'll turn it over on downs to the Scotties with only 35 seconds left in the football game.
Another good stand. That's 3 times that Barron County's knocked on the door tonight, or been in Glasgow territory, and the Scotties have come up big every time and put the stops on them. Very good defensive effort. I think the defense has played extremely well tonight.
And the Scotty crowd letting that Scotty defense know just how well they've played as they give them a nice ovation as they come off the field. Scotties will probably run one play, and that should be the ball game.
Yep, take a little knee right here, and it'll be over. Well, they'll have to do it twice.
Dakota Elmore under center, and he does take a knee. Will they have to run another one, Larry?
Let's see where he marks it.
Let's see if he waits.
If he's a good referee, he won't.
He did wait, and they will not have to run another play. That is going to be the end of this football game, and the Glasgow Scotties will stay undefeated on the young season as they're going to win this thing over the Barron County Trojans by a final of 31-0 as time runs out on this football game. A tremendous performance on both sides of the football for the Scotties, but particularly on the defensive side, as I think the stats will point out to you when we come back and talk about it. But Larry, again, I think we're both kind of shocked and surprised at the score of this ball game, but you just can't say enough about how well Glasgow played here tonight.
Yeah, the Scotties played well right from, we had the interception in the first series.
Have you or a loved one participated in a local event filmed by the Glasgow EPB? Maybe it was a school graduation, Little League championship, or musical performance. These are all events that have recently been professionally captured on video by the EPB to be aired on Channel 6. The EPB archives contain community, school, and church events dating back to 1990 and can be purchased by anyone. DVDs are $13 and would make a great gift for family and friends while preserving a timeless memory of a special moment in one's life. Call to place your order today.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.